Hello everyone, my name is Andrew Toy, a film critic for Film Book. Today I will be reviewing Here Before. Now I'm a newbie to this director and the actors who played in this movie, so just warning you right off. And no, I won't be giving this review in my Irish accent, even though I'm filming this in St. Patrick's Day. Righto, mate? Okay, so all my accents are more like Italian, Mexican, Arabic hybrids. Won't be doing that again, know me saying? But still, my Irish accent is better than Tom Cruise's and far and away, eh? Hey! Okay, so, where's my pot of gold? Alright, enough of that. In case you haven't figured it out yet, Here Before is a film set in Ireland. It's a psychological thriller of sorts about Laura, a mourning mother played by Andrea Riseborough. She's still trying to get over the loss of her daughter, Josie, who was tragically killed in an accident a while back. This causes her to just slough through life, unable to connect with her husband, Brendan, played by Yoho O'Neill, and her eldest son, Tag, played by Louis McCaskey. But her stilted existence is interrupted when a new family moved in next door, and that family has, you've guessed it, a little girl. And Laura forms an immediate bond with this little girl, Megan, played by Niamh Dornan. Niamh Dornan. Can't even say that in Irish if I tried. She invites Megan to have dinner with the family, and she offers to give her a ride home from school. It always starts so small and innocent. But you know that there's something strange about Megan. Something just doesn't seem quite normal about her. Like, she claims to have attended school there in the past, which isn't quite right because you know she's new to town. She talks about a very specific piece of the playground at a local park, which was torn down years ago. And she draws pictures of herself with Laura's family, claiming Tag as her brother. And most striking of all, as if all of this isn't enough to freak Laura out, she starts wearing a ribbon in her hair. Which is fine, except it's identical to the one Josie wore before she died. To make matters worse, Megan's parents, played by Eileen O'Higgins and Martin McCann, respectively. I know, I didn't have to say respectively there. I just like saying it because it sounds fancy. Scholarly, even. They're a wee bit concerned about Laura's intense interest in their daughter, which is, I'd say, rather understandable. I freak out if I even see certain neighbors talking to our kids for too long. It's a scary world out there, even in Ireland. But as it is, tension builds between the two couples. And it gets even worse when Laura begins to sense that there's something, dare I say it, supernatural going on with little Megan. Especially when it comes to her deceased daughter, Josie. Like, there's a connection there somewhere. And that's where things heat up. This is Stacy Gregg's feature-length film debut, coming out of a short she directed in 2018 called Merci. And I've got to say, as basically a first-time director, she handles herself behind the camera very competently. Here Before is a dark, intense look into a mother's deep and unsettled grief, as if that's an emotion anyone wants to feel. However, we're just built that way as audience members, let's just be honest. We want to feel the pain, you know what the victim's family members are feeling and what they're going through. That's why we watch the news. We want those first-hand accounts. There's something about the pain that we just want to embrace, even though we don't want it to be about ourselves. I most certainly wouldn't recommend this movie to anyone who's lost a child, and as someone who has, I found it hard to escape certain feelings that I thought I had buried long ago. But thanks, Stacy Gregg, for bringing all those back. But the movie's sympathetic for the most part. It doesn't cheapen the grief of a parent by letting the psychological thriller aspect overshadow the deeper themes and raw emotion. Though I never really felt too sad for the characters on screen, it was more of a reflection of my own loss. That's not to say that the performances weren't convincing or really good. I enjoyed everyone on screen, even the child performance by Niamh Durham. The standout performances, however, were certainly between Andrea Riseborough and her neighbor Eileen O'Higgins when they had to confront each other. They reminded me much of soccer moms, unable to civilly handle first world trifles between one another. But at the same time, the kerfuffles were over a little girl, so I can understand getting a bit defensive. I don't feel like Here Before is something that's going to wow audiences in any way or stand out head and shoulders above any other South by Southwest entry. It's not even something I feel compelled to go back and watch ever again, which is a huge ding against any movie. But it's a good hour and 20-minute diversion. I noticed there were a couple of intriguing threads that were actually left unresolved. But all in all, I'd say it's worth a watch for Riseborough's performance alone. I give Here Before a 5 out of 10. And that brings us to the conclusion of my review for Here Before. I'd like to thank you for watching. You can find more of my work on FilmBook, that's film-book.com. Just search Andrew Toy. You can also find more of my video reviews on YouTube. Just search Andrew Toy or Should You Watch It? You'll find that link in the description below. And if you like what you hear during my review, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell so that you are instantly notified when new reviews are published. If you agree or disagree with my review, leave your thoughts or comments below in the section. And please consider also becoming a patron on our Patreon. The link is in the description below. Your support helps us create more engaging content. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you next time.